manufacturer that brought you sleek, smooth, and quiet rides comes... yeah. Storm Chaser. Located at the only amusement park in Kentucky.
You forgot Beach Bend?
Okay, yeah, but there aren't any beaches in Kentucky, and they definitely don't bend, so that park's irrelevant. Now open is the third new coaster in a row at Kentucky Kingdom, which only makes you jealous since your home park hasn't gotten a coaster in a longer time than Kentucky Kingdom's even been open. Not gonna name any names, but I think some of us have been waiting long enough. You were really excited to see the new Kentucky Kingdom after Six Flags left it for dead, and watched how half the original rides remained closed even after it opened back up, which of course included that ugly wooden mess in the back. And with Kentucky Kingdom's promise that in 2016 it'll open up better than ever, in true Coaster Boy fashion, immediately jump to conclusions and assume that it's gonna be an RMC. Cause every coaster redo is obviously gonna be an RMC. People, newsflash, it's not always gonna be an RMC.
But it was for this one. We were right.
Yeah, shut up.
I knew Twisted Twins was gonna get RMC'd. No one believed me, but I knew it was gonna happen.
Oh yeah, you and everyone else, I'm sure.
Yeah, so since I knew it was gonna happen, everyone needs to listen to me, because I know what the next one's gonna be probably too.
Oh really? And what is your prediction for the next RMC?
I mean, obviously it's classified.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You were excited about the possibilities of how Kentucky Kingdom would upgrade the two layouts and make it a superior dueling coaster. And in a twisted, no pun intended, turn of events, watch as half of the structure was eliminated so that it becomes a single track, which only brought disappointment knowing that it wouldn't become the twisted Colossus of the East.
The fan-made animations were just so much better. They had it as a dueling RMC. The park should have just gone with that.
Oh, boo-hoo, you only get a normal RMC instead of a dueling RMC. You poor things. Children dying in Africa. Just remember that between Storm Chaser and Lightning Run, Kentucky Kingdom's lineup is already better than half the parks out there.
Yeah, Storm Chaser and Lightning Run are pretty good, but why ride them when you can be riding T3?
Oh yeah, T3's great, if you don't mind not having kids or simulating leg amputation. Excited to see what the new upgrades will be. Gather around the newly released ride animation and stare in horror at the abomination that is Roller Coaster Tycoon. I mean, no wonder no one was excited for it. Like, I get that you're new Kentucky Kingdom and all, but you couldn't even afford no limits? Walk into the obnoxiously red station, which has absolutely nothing to do with chasing storms, and watch as the Little Tykes Duplo cars pull into the station. After the super aggressive gates open, try to figure out which row you're in line for, since literally half of the rows don't line up with the actual seat.
I thought I was in line for the back row, but the gate didn't line up with the seat, so I got the second to back.
Once you finally deduced your seat, struggle to pull down your 20-pound lap bar.
Unfortunately, I was too weak to lift up the lap bar, so I had to ride all day. Darn it.
Roll out of the station and start ascending up the 100-foot tall lift hill, giving you a great view of a whole lot of nothing, because, you know, it's only 100 feet tall. And bank left into the only barrel roll drop in the States, which, surprisingly, sends you out of your seat more than some normal drops. You get thrown into a huge airtime-filled hill, which does a better job at being a drop than the actual drop, and turn into a steep overbank followed by an off-axis airtime hill. Whatever the heck that is, and fly up and over another pop of twisted airtime goodness, which leads into the big overbank turn's little brother. Enter another airtime hill, cause why not, and soar into the second inversion, which Kentucky Kingdom has called a cork roll, which I'm pretty sure is just another corkscrew. Not sure why they felt the need to give it a fancy name, but whatever. Exit the inversion and twist into a trick-track double-up and a tip-out corner? What the heck? That's like the fourth weird name by now. These can't be for real. Taylor, you sure you didn't just make these up? And finally, to conclude the ride, travel through the Fear Helix. What? What is this? Whoever was coming up with these element names was having way too much fun, because this is just getting ridiculous.
So I'm thinking, after the airtime hill, we should add a trick-track double-up.
Say what now?
And then we can add a tip-out corner.
Huh?
And then a corked roll.
Oh yeah, totally.
And then after the corked roll, we can add a zero-G roll and a cobra roll.
Yeah, and while we're at it, let's just add a bread roll.
Or a sushi roll.
Tuck and roll.
Don't forget the crescent roll.
And of course the pay roll.
Cinnamon roll.
Drum roll.
Egg roll.
Toilet paper roll.
Gender roll.
Oh wait, we don't talk about that one.
So, anyone got an idea of what the ride would have looked like with all that? Ah, there we go. Partially cloudy run. No? Should I have said windy run? Or maybe bright and sunny run? No, not intimidating enough? What? It doesn't all have to be bad weather.
Lightning Run, Thunder Run, Storm Chaser, 2 more coasters named after bad weather, and we'd have a rained out 5K.